What if the BMX you've been saving for is actually wrong for your build, your style, or even your future tricks? Every year, buyers waste money on bikes they regret simply because they missed a critical detail in the lineup. From premium 4130 frames built for hardcore riders to budget bikes hiding costly surprises, the 10 best BMX options for 2026 are a minefield of choices. Here is the truth nobody else is telling you. If you don't know these differences, you could blow your cash and stunt your progress before you even start. The breakdown between the hype and what actually matters begins now. Progression in street and park riding demands bikes built for impact. Frames that shrug off repeated slams and parts that hold up when tricks get serious. At the top sits the Kink Downside, a model defined by its full 4130 chromoly frame, fork, and bars, materials reserved for the toughest builds. Double wall rims, sealed bearings, and geometry tuned for fast manuals and nose tricks make it a favorite among advanced riders. Brands like Kink and Wethepeople back these frames with multi-year or lifetime warranties, a nod to the kind of abuse they're expected to take. The Downside's reputation is built on this promise, a bike that won't quit before you do. Wethepeople Arcade hits the sweet spot for riders moving past the basics but not yet chasing full custom builds. Shops listed as a full chromoly, street and park ready complete with claw parts and strong wheels. Its geometry feels natural for learning tail whips or dialing in grinds. Review aggregates consistently rank the Arcade high for value and durability. One rider says, "I am casing boxes at our local park and it is still straight. That is why I stuck with this frame." The Arcade's reputation is earned through months of hard use, not just spec sheets, and its place in the lineup reflects real-world feedback from those pushing their limits. For those drawn to BMX roots, the Haro Hoover stands out. Haro's legacy stretches back decades, and the Hoover's design speaks to that heritage, reliable, forgiving, and built to last through years of trick attempts. Its geometry is less aggressive, appealing to riders returning to BMX or those who want a solid platform for repeated drops and spins. Haro's long-running model line and strong dealer support make warranty claims straightforward, and the Hoover regularly appears in lists of top freestyle BMX bikes for dependable builds. These three models illustrate the balance between pro-grade spec, proven durability, and lasting value. The Wethepeople Nova sits in a spot that appeals to riders who want one bike for everything, cruising to work, hitting a skate park, or just rolling with friends. Its frame blends high-tensile steel with chromoly in the high-stress areas, a move that keeps the price reasonable while still holding up to basic tricks and daily use. The Nova's geometry is less aggressive than the Arcade or Downside, making it less twitchy and more forgiving for longer rides. This is the kind of bike that feels at home locking to a rack outside school or taking a few laps at the local park. It is often suggested as a first real BMX for teens and smaller adults, especially those who want to do everything ride without the weight or cost of a full chromoly setup. For riders who find most BMX bikes a little cramped, United's Rooftop model offers a welcome alternative. While exact 2026 measurements are not published, United's Rooftop line has historically used a longer top tube, typically around 21 inches. That extra length translates to more room between the bars and seat, which means less hunching over and fewer complaints about sore backs after a longer commute or session. BMX forums are full of advice for taller riders, such as, if you are 6 feet or above, do not squeeze onto a 20.25-inch top tube. The Rooftop responds to that need, giving riders more leverage for manuals and a stable feel on curbs and banks. One Rooftop owner summed it up, "I am taller, so the longer top tube stopped me feeling cramped on manuals. My back does not ache after riding across town." Sizing matters more than most new riders expect. A typical fit chart puts riders under 5'4" on a 20-inch top tube, 5'4" to 5'9" on a 20.2, 5 to 20.75-inch top tube, and anyone taller on a 21-inch or above. These are guidelines, not rules, but they help avoid the common mistake of buying a bike that feels like a toy, or worse, one that is too small to ride comfortably every day. Both the Nova and Rooftop are built for daily use, but the Rooftop's extra space makes it a smart pick for taller riders or anyone looking to reduce strain during longer rides. The Nova's blend of materials and balanced geometry hits the sweet spot for all-around riding, while the Rooftop's sizing offers comfort that pays off in every commute and session. Sunday's Scout marks a practical entry into BMX. blending a chromoly down tube with high tensile steel to balance strength and affordability. This partial chromoly build means the Scout is lighter than a full high-ten frame, yet sturdy enough for early tricks and small drops. Sealed mid-bottom bracket and integrated headset come standard, making future upgrades, such as aftermarket wheels or cranks, simple. Geometry leans stable, helping beginners find their footing on manuals and bunny hops. Safety isn't just a promise, the Scout's construction has proven itself in parks and on city streets, offering parents reassurance that this isn't a toy store compromise. The main trade-off is weight, heavier than full chromoly, but manageable for most, unless the rider is especially small. For those wanting a bike that can grow with their skills, the Scout stands out for its upgrade path and reliable build. Sunday's Blueprint offers one of the most accessible price points for a real BMX, using high tensile steel throughout. This keeps costs down, though it adds weight. The Blueprint's straightforward spec, simple brakes, solid frame means fewer surprises for new riders or parents buying a first bike. While high-10 frames are not built for heavy abuse, they are more than capable of handling basic park sessions and daily rides. Most limitations appear only when riders get heavier or start pushing the bike hard. For learning the basics, the Blueprint delivers solid value, though its upgrade path is limited by the frame material. Subrosa Altus brings style into the equation, with bold graphics and color options that appeal to younger riders. Depending on the year, the Altus combines high-tensile steel with chromoly in key areas and often features sealed hubs for smoother rides. The Altus matches the Scout and Blueprint in price, but stands out for its visual confidence boost. Like its peers, it is not built for heavy street abuse, but it is a smart pick for those who want function and flair from the start. Mankind's Sureshot XL exists for riders who need more space, both physically and as they push their skills. The XL label means a longer top tube, recommended for anyone over 5'9". That extra reach between bars and seat transforms the ride for taller teens and adults, with less hunching, knees clear of the bars, and a bike that feels stable instead of cramped. The geometry sits in a forgiving middle ground, not as aggressive as a pro frame, but ideal for learning manuals or landing new tricks. For those still growing or wanting a bike that will not feel too small in a year, the Sureshot XL offers room to progress. Riders who have moved up in size mention longer sessions with less back pain and more confidence hopping curbs or weaving through traffic. BMX shops point to the 21-inch top tube as the starting line for anyone near 6 feet tall, making the XL a practical choice for those on the edge of standard sizing. At the other end sits the Kink Curb, a budget BMX that does not skimp where it counts. The Curb uses high-tensile steel but sticks to real BMX geometry and sizing, avoiding the pitfalls of department store bikes. With an integrated headset and a mid-bottom bracket, it is built for upgrades as skills improve. Unlike bikes with one-piece cranks and odd axle sizes, the Curb is designed to grow with its rider, not be tossed aside. For beginners and budget-conscious families, that means access to real BMX performance without the high price. The Curb has proven itself in skate parks and on the street, holding up better than its price suggests. Riders who start here often say it is the best way to get a true BMX feel without overspending. A quick check of height versus top tube can prevent months of discomfort. Choosing the Sureshot XL or the Curb means fit and future upgrades are built in, whether the priority is extra space or stretching every dollar. Every new BMX season brings sharper competition and tighter budgets. Right now, a few millimeters of geometry or a single frame material can mean years of confidence or regret. In a market where specs shift fast and prices climb, one informed choice makes all the difference. Ride smart.